Hello, amazing study group members. My name is Stephanie Stallard, and I am really excited to be leading this professional learning community about sustainable teaching and anti-racist teaching as white educators with you all this year. Last year, I actually led a very similar group about sustainable teaching practices for third-year teachers, for core members who just finished their core commitment. And with everything going on in the world with the racial justice and Black Lives Matter movement, I think a really critical component of our study group this year is to think about our place as white educators in the classroom and how we can do our best to be anti-racist allies. So this study group really has two goals. This spring has been super wacky and bizarre for everyone. I've done most of my teaching all of my teaching from behind a video camera, and it has felt like a whole new world. And as of now, we still don't know what this will look like in the fall. So we're all navigating really new and uncharted territory as teachers, and this can make our sustainability practices a little bit tricky to navigate. And so one purpose of this group is to be a support community for one another and to really do some deep reflection on what it means to be a teacher, to be in it for the long haul, and to take care of ourselves so that this work continues to be sustainable. Another really important part of this group, as I mentioned, was what does it mean to be an anti-racist educator? I'm sure we've heard a lot about this in the news recently, but it's not enough just to have a diverse classroom library or to think about equity, but we're going to really dive into some texts and think about the big questions of what does it look like, sound like for us as white educators to be actively teaching through an anti-racist lens in our classroom. My classroom is about 50% students of color and 50% white students, and so this might look really different for me with my classroom and my community than it does for you, depending on where you teach. But it really begins with us, with our own identity work, and thinking about what it means for our practice to be an anti-racist ally and an anti-racist educator. We will be using primarily 3 texts for this study group. I'm trying not to talk to you like a student, like hold up my numbers while I talk, but since it is what I've been doing for the last couple of months, it's the mode I'm really into. One mentor text we'll be using is called Onward by Elena Aguilar, and this really focuses on best teacher sustainability practices. Another text we'll be using is the Onward workbook, which will really serve as a journal and guided reflection space for us. And then the third text that we will be using is called Raising Race Questions, Whiteness and Inquiry in Education. And I will be providing the PDFs of that text with you, Onward and the Onward workbook are texts I'm going to ask you to purchase, and you will be reimbursed with your CFE class wallet funds for those. They're all really valuable resources, and I am so looking forward to diving into them together. The first part of our study group from August through about November will be virtual, so we'll be interacting in a virtual space and getting to know each other that way. And then hopefully in the spring, we will be able to continue our work together in person, probably how we all prefer to be. And I think that's it for now. I'm so looking forward to meeting you all in our virtual space very soon. Can't wait. Bye.